this one, I'm going to take the last question because we're like kind of almost running out of time. So we're going to take the last question for this morning. I know that the Pedro also have another appointment to go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to take the last question. The last question is coming from a CEO from Ho Chi Minh City. I got almost 20 people in my tech team, IT team, who are serving my around 400 people. So what I really need to do to change my IT team to a digital team so who can really help me to transform the business. And now this is the main guy. Please go on. So what an important thing. You can do this guy. Give him on the show.
And also, because in that moment we are not only supposed to be selling the company, but also to show the culture. People should be excited up front that they will go to work with us. He understands the business needs that really can leverage with IT your business. That's my point and my vision, not being an IT expert.
Total cost of the operating model is less than 7% or you spend on IT.
I can give my opinion,
please.
Not an expert, and then the expert will
Please.
The question is, when we look to IT teams, normally, and this is also a mistake in most of the companies, we have people that are knowledgeable to fix some tools, but they don't see the big picture, which means that they understand about the specific IT tool, they know how to fix Windows, to give an example, they know how to fix some network connections, but they don't really understand what is the benefit of IT support for the business. Again, it's about having someone that is knowledgeable about the business and also about IT in a way that IT will serve the business needs. Which means, of course, not your 20 people needs to be this level. Some of them are just to operate and just to fix things, yes. But really, you need to have a chief IT officer that really understands the business needs, that really can leverage with IT your business. That's my point and my vision, not being an IT expert.
Thank you, Pedro, for adding this one. So for my thing is about, you got like 500 people almost, and you are having a team of 20. So I don't really know what kind of maturity do you have in your team, but it looks like they're not really mature, or maybe not. So this is the way I want to do it. Look at the last 5 years of budget. How much money did you spend on your IT last 5 year time? If the answer is, if your total cost of the operating model is less than 7% or you spend on IT, your business is significantly behind the picture of this present era of digital. You have not spent it enough, so you don't have the right pillars has not been piled for your great business to go forward. So that's the symptom number one. So just look into number two. You should need to look at what is the capability in your team. What kind of IT thing they really do. Like example, Pedro just mentioned about what kind of operating system they do, what kind of infrastructure they can do, what are their capabilities, what they can do, what they cannot do. If you're an IT manager and you're going to do a IT manager level and you're looking to do a digital transformation, it's never going to happen. It's going to be always in the paper. It will be never happen. Whatever you're going to say, whatever you're going to do it will never happen. You need to be right, capable people into that one. So now how you can really do this one? First of all, as a CEO, your first mission is about make your business strategy very clear. Do it very clear, and as soon as you have the business strategy very clear, bring the IT team and train them in your business strategy. Train them A to Z, what you are going to do in your business strategy. What is inside your business strategy, train them in. Number two, when you really train them in on your business strategy, the next thing you're going to tell them to make the digital strategy for the IT to make it happen to business organizational strategy to happen. If you have this organizational business strategy already, you should have a digital strategy too. And that need to come through from your digital IT teams, and they should be pitching to you, and then you should be buying into that one. That's the person. If it's not happening, if they cannot do it, you have a capability problem. So you need to bring the right people into it. So besides bring the right people, hiring the right chief IT or CIO or chief IT technology officer, bringing on board, these are the few other things you can do. Number 4, you could organize different kind of training program for IT team who can get more skill on IT and digital technology so they can learn, they can think out of the boxes. You can bring more trainer to train them in. Number 4, you can also bring different consultant to work with them and really help them to close the gaps. Maybe you really need this kind of capability, but you have this one. Then you can bring a short-term consultant to help you to close the gaps to make it happen. Now you say this one, consultant, are they very expensive? Consultant doesn't mean that we're also meaning that we're going for the big 4. There's a lot of other consultants available for solo consultant or who are also coming from other firms who are not as expensive as big 4, so that your financial budgeting will not get a really big hit. So another thing you could do is about bringing consultant not just only sitting inside your office, but you can have consultant online on support call as well too, and that you can pay them per hours. That could be a significant cost-effective model as well too, rather than having it full-time in your team. And that could be a lot of, if you don't have a good revenue and a good budget, you can tackle that one too. And number 5, fix your budget. It's so much important. So you really need to fix your IT budget. If you spend, like I said, that if your last 5 years, every year, your total spending on IT was less than 7% annually, or for total cost of OPEX, you are in big trouble. So you really need to get it fixed as well to do. And if you need more help on this one too, drop an email to us at proacademy@healthrevolution.org. We would love to have a discussion with you, me or Pedro or other people in Pro Academy. We'll help you out, to consult you to see what are the key problems, and we can help you out with that one too. And all the best.
I have 2 comments.
Please, sorry. please.
Even if we are already late.
Please.
First, which KPIs do you have for IT team? Do you have the proper KPIs? Probably you are just measured if we are your uptime or things like that. This is great, yes, you need it, but is this what you really need for a digital transformation? Not. So really think about, which means that first, define your KPIs. Secondly, define what you want to do in terms of digital. What are your objectives? And then design a plan for that. So, easy things. For instance, some companies has a huge problem with email management because it's a lot of emails, too many emails, wrong emails. Okay, this can be a small digital transformation that you can do. You can put some tools in place, you can put some methodology in place, and you can start with that. Which means that there are a lot of optimization, different from the basic operation that you can do. But you need to define project by project what you want to do, and you really need to create a digital transformation in the company that can be gradually. Of course, you need to have resources for that and budget for that. But not necessarily you really need to start with a big thing. Small steps are important too.
Thank you, Pedro, for adding this one too. And you can see this one. We're here to give you values, and we did our every possible energy to put it into that, to help you with this one too. And really want to say thank you very much, Pedro.
Thank you. It was really a pleasure.
For sharing all the skill sets, and I believe that it was a strong value for you. If you need any other help, any other question, please drop an email to us at proacademy@healthrevolution.org, and we'll love to have a conversation with you. And until then, with this one, we want to wrap this up. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay.
Good. And now this is the main guy. No, please go on. So what are you important? You didn't do this guy. You run the show.
And also, because in that moment not only we supposed to be selling the company, but also to showing the culture. People should be excited up front that they will go to work with us.